Dear students, today we will have our session on. So, whatever the application we are having existing, the and the server, we are going to deploy in the cloud environment so that you and your friends, everyone can open the application globally. For the deployment of application, the first objective is to pass the server because server is the one communicating with the database MongoDB. Already MongoDB already MongoDB is in the cloud. Okay. So you have to deploy the server, Node.js. Okay. Second, to pass the client. After deploying the server, we will pass the client. Then we will check the communication and everything. Is it working or not? So where we are going to deploy this? We are going to deploy in AWS cloud. Okay. So I'm going to deploy the application in my account. Okay. While deploying, will the application run continuously? Suppose if you are closing the command prompt, if you are closing the terminal, what will happen? If you are closing the command prompt or closing the terminal, what will happen? For example, you are running one application in the command prompt or terminal. Now localhost colon 8000 or something is opening. Okay. When you close the terminal, automatically the server will cut down now. Okay. So once it cut down, it won't work, right? What you want to do now, you want to have the background running. Okay. Background task running in the command. That means even after closing the prompt or terminal, it should be running. Okay, which one? The server should. So to do this, how to do, like, even after closing, you want the server to be running. So how to achieve this in the command prompt or terminal? Okay, for that purpose, I have taken some commands, right? Running in background. For running in background, required packages. Okay. These are the required the things in background. PM2 and serve. Okay, PM means process manager and serve. These two packages you have to install globally in command prompt or terminal. Okay. Then in server side, you can use PM2 start. What is your server name? Index.js. You can use this. Then whenever you want, you can stop that. Okay. And you can also have the list of running, right? In client side, you have to build your application first. That means the React application need to be ready for the deployment. So you have to build the application. After building, you have to serve the build. That means the build. Okay, with PM2 and serve. So once it is started, it will be running in the background. Suppose you want to stop that, you can use PM to stop and the application name, right? Suppose if you want to stop all the things, then you can use PM to kill. That means it will stop both server and client at a time, right? Now, these are the commands we'll be using while our deployment happening in the cloud, right? Noted, clear? So what we are going to do, we are going to deploy the things in cloud. First, we will deploy server, then we will deploy client. Okay. Where we are going to deploy? Deploy in my personal account, AWS cloud. And then how to deploy? We will deploy the things in the background. Even after closing the command prompt or terminal, it will be running. How to achieve the things running in the background? You have to install two packages, PM2 and serve. And in server side, you can use these commands. In client side, you can use these commands, right? Deployment. I will open the browser. So here, I will just type AWS console login to go into my account where I'm going to host it. I'm going to do sign in. So I signed into my account. Okay. Now for the deployment in AWS cloud. Okay. In AWS cloud for deployment, first step, create a EC2 instance in that. This is most important. How to do in free tier. You have to create one EC2 instance in free tier. Okay. So how to create the EC2 instance in free tier? EC2 means what? EC2 means computing power. Okay. Simply we can as a computer cloud. Okay. Simply we can have it as a computer in cloud. So I want to create a computer in cloud in free tier. So how to do that? So I'm going to my cloud. I will click EC2. I'm opening this. Region selection is important. I'm in Mumbai region. Okay. In the Mumbai region, I'm doing this. Click on instances in the left side. No instances are there currently. Okay. This is the computing power, where I'm having no instances here. So I want how many computers? See here, one for server, one for client. I want two computers. Okay. First, I want which one? Server. Okay. Wow. So I'm going to create launch instance. Okay. In launch instance, the name is going to be server because it is server now. So I'm going to give the name as server. Then this step you have to be careful. Step application and OS image, AMI selection, Amazon machine image. Here, okay, in Amazon machine image, steps to be careful. AMI, Amazon machine image. While choosing this, okay, we should choose the free tier one. I'm going to click on browse AMI. In browse AMI, I will use the first one and the second one. Okay. Linux based one. See here, free tier eligible is there. Okay. So I will be using this. I will be selecting this. Okay. Now you see it is selected. AMI selected. Here also you can able to see free tier eligible logo. Okay. It should have free tier eligible label. I had chosen the second Linux based OS with the ID. This is the AMI ID I had chosen. Okay. Second step. Further, where we have to be careful. First, we given the name. Then we had selected the OS. Okay. Then we will select instance type. Here you have to be careful. Instance type should be T2.micro and it should be free tier eligible. Okay. Second step. Instance type should be T2.micro and it should have free tier label. See, free tier eligible label T2.micro. Okay. Then third one, I need to create one new key pair. Create a key pair. Okay. I'm clicking on create key pair. Okay. So here I can just say this is MSWD now, MSWD key. Okay. MSWD key. This is useful to connect your system actually. Okay. You can connect your system with this MSWD key PEM. I'm just choosing create key pair. It is downloaded here. Okay. So this one I need to use later. Then now network settings. Every service will be under one VPC only. So already VPC default VPC selected. Okay. Just I'm going to click on this firewall. Okay. Create security group or select from security group. I will allow SSH traffic. Also, I will allow HTTP traffic because your traffic which is going to come into your system, okay, is from HTTP. Without HTTP, yes, it is HTTP traffic. So you have to allow these two. Okay. Then next step here, you need to be careful. Configure storage. It should be 8 GB GP2. Okay. Third step where you need to be careful. Configure storage. It should be 8 GB and GP2. Okay, GP2, 8 GB and GP2. GP2 means general purpose 2. Yes, it is by default in 8 GB and GP2. So I can go down. Advanced details click. In that, nothing required. Okay, just go down. That's it. Launch the instance. So I'm launching the instance. View instances I'm clicking. Now you can able to see this is the instance. If I tick this, I'm getting something in the down. See, so this is the instance which is in pending status. You can refresh internally to see instance state. It should come into running. Okay. And here the status check should be to cross to pass. Now first let me deploy our server. Okay. To deploy our server, you need to connect to EC2 and push the files. How to connect to EC2 and push the files? You need one FTP software, file transfer protocol. FTP means file transfer protocol. Okay, FTP. You need the software. This you can easily download in Google. You just type FileZilla. Okay, download, client download, FileZilla client download. You can click on the first link. You can get this download option. Okay, so this link I will give you. So in this link, you can download the software required to push the files to EC2. Okay. Now, I already downloaded this software I'm having, so I can directly open. Before opening, I need to ensure, see, if you take this, if you get instance running, and then status check should be 2 cross 2 pass. Okay. But now I will open my software. File Zilla. This software I will open. Okay. So now you can observe two split left side and right side. Left side is my system. Right side is a cloud system. Okay. So right side is not connected now. I need to connect. So now click on file and then site manager. Click on file and site manager. In the site manager, you can able to see my sites and new site. Okay. Click on new site. Then in this drop, select SFTP, second option, SFTP, SSH file transfer protocol, file transfer protocol. Then the host ID should be the ID here, public IPv4 ID. Okay, that ID you give. Then port number should be 22. The next login type should be key file. Username should be EC2-user. Okay, EC2-user. Then browse for the file. Go to downloads. I think the here you have to change the file type to PEM file. PEM file. Then first you have to change the file to PEM file. Then you will find the MSWD key which we downloaded. You use that key, open. Then click on connect. No need of installing newer version. Okay. Just click to OK. It is connected. Okay. Left side is my system. Right side is the cloud system. You can able to see EC2 here. Okay, EC2. Here I need to put my files, EC2-user. Okay, here I need to put my files. So first I need the files now. So I will go to my skill directory. In the skill directory, I'm having client and server. First, I want to host the server. So I will go into server. Okay, you created the file, you just copy index.js to package.json. These three you copy. Okay, these three you copy. Then go into server, paste this. Okay, except the node module folder. Okay, except the node module folder, I'm pasting remaining. Now this server, I need to put it in FileZilla. So click, drag the file, go over your EC2. Okay, go over your EC2. Exactly leave it on EC2-user. See, now it is pushing the data. You got server folder inside. Okay, you got server folder inside the EC2. How to confirm this? See, go to your EC2. Once again, refresh this. Now you can able to see 2/2 status check pass and running. Okay. Now click on connect button here in the top. It will open a new window. Go down and click on connect. One terminal will open. This is a terminal like command prompt. You have to work. Okay. So first you need to ensure the file came here or not. Give it ls. ls means listing the directory. You can able to see server here. So you give cd space server. Go inside server. Now give ls. You can able to find .js, package JSON, package log.json, these three files. Now, first you have to install every package which is required. Then you have to do this. Before that, before installing the packages, you need to ensure node is there or not. Okay. Node space -- version. See, node is not there. So you need to install node first. Okay. So how to install node? Sudo space yum install node. It is saying no package available as node. So just you browse for installation command in Linux. Okay. Install node.js in Linux command. Linux terminal command to install node.js. So it says node. See, I'm going to do sudo yum install node.js. Enter. Just copy. Let me show you update. You update. I'm searching for the confirm place. Let me check it. do one thing. I will try with a new system now. I will just terminate this. I will create a new system. I will search for Ubuntu. In Ubuntu free tab, I will be choosing the first one. Then T2.micro. Keep a new I will create. MSWD Ubuntu I'm creating. Allowing the traffic. 8 GB GP2. Launch the instance. Yeah. So the second one is coming in. Yeah. So I will wait for the creation. Now it is running. You click on connect. You can get the username as Ubuntu. Okay. The same username you have to give in FileZilla. So go to FileZilla, Site Manager, new site. Replace the IP address. To having IP address here, public IP address, copy, replace it. Port number 22. Here you change it to Ubuntu, the username which is available here. Okay. Then browse. Okay, now it is working. Okay. So how I did is, first we need to install this line. Okay, we need to go for curl to update the settings that I will give you notes in Ubuntu system. Okay. First, you need to go for this command. This will update the setup. Then second, after this, you need to install the Node.js like this. Okay. So if you do both these, then Node.js will be installed. Okay. We can also install npm like this, right? Let me check for this. Yes, Node.js version is detecting. Okay. You can able to see node space hyphen hyphen version. So the Node.js version is detecting, right? So now let me try to give ls. I'm having server. Now cd space server. Okay. Now again ls. Now I'm having index packages. Okay. Index.js package log and then package. Let me try with npm I to install all the required dependencies. It is installing because Node.js is successfully installed. Okay. So once it is installed, okay, you need to use the command for running in the background. So you have to first install these two, npm I pm2-g. Okay. In server side, you can install only pm2. That is sufficient. In client side, you have to install both. So I'm installing pm2 now. Once it has been installed, okay, let me try to run without pm2. So how to run? Node space index.js. This is how you will run the server, or else you can run like npm run dev. Just try to give node space index.js. Okay. See, now it is running. The issue is, I will show you. You should first go for the version 20 with the node instead of version 14. The previous one which we gone was 14. So I'm just changing it to 20. Okay. Next, you can use the same command to install. Okay. Next, you can give the command npm run dev. npm run dev. Okay. Before doing this, let me once again try this. Npm install pm2-g. Once again, let me try this. Last time we had version 14. That's why we got error. Now, same. So you can this command npm dev. Okay. It will run the server. See, server is running. Once the server is running, how to run the server and see, just tick this, copy this public IP, open one port, open this colon 8081 is the ID I had given inside. Okay. Enter this. It might not run because of the traffic flow. Okay. So you go to your server. Okay. Under security tab, security groups are there. So right click this, open tab. So this will allow the traffic inside actually, the security group. In the security group, edit inbound rule, add rule, all traffic you allow from IPv4. Okay. Save this rule. Once you save this, once again try for this, you can get the things. Okay. Now you just give /home, getting the page running. Okay. Now this is running in the cloud, which is a server-based deployment. Once again, for the client one, I will create one more new instance by ticking the server. Okay. Action, image and templates, launch more like this. So I'm launching similar system like that. This time I will change the name as, okay, same Ubuntu. I will go then t2.micro keypad, same one I will choose. Okay, I had selected MSWD Ubuntu, so I will select MSWD Ubuntu. Then existing security group, I will be going, okay, launch wizard 11 because I'm launching with the same setup, launch instance. Once you launch the instance, see the client is running, it's in pending status now, refresh it. You copy the client IP, you try to connect with the FileZilla, file, site manager, just replace the client IP, port number 22, same file, click on connect, click OK, connect it to the client. Okay, once you connect it to the client, you need the client file. So go to your client folder, whatever the file you are having existing, you just delete that. Okay, one more folder I'm just creating. The folder name is client, except the JIT folder, build folder, and node modules folder. Remaining things I will copy. Okay, public src, and then remaining things I will copy. Except JIT, build, and node module folder, remaining things I will copy to client folder. Okay, I will just copy this to the Ubuntu system here. Okay, I will drop it. So you can find that the system, the client will come in one. So go to connect this client. Okay. So click. Okay. Server is already running. So in the client, to do the same setup, it is established, if I okay, I will go. Let the steps to complete. Just give this command, it will install version 20 based Node.js in your system. Once it is installed, okay, you have to check it, node space hyphen version. You can check the node version is 20 now. Okay. Now you just give ls and c. Client folder came in. Okay. So go into client folder. Now give ls. All your files came in. Okay. Now give npm I to install your React in this. It may take like 2-3 minutes to install the React. After the installation of React and the required packages, we can able to launch the client. I think the terminal is not visible to you. Only the screen, the connect screen is coming to you. Okay. Now I had installed the React also. Now what I can do, I should start it. So how will you start? npm start. You are starting the React application. And once again saying, so how to do? You have to create one EC2 instance. Then you have to install FileZilla software. You have to connect the EC2 instance to the FileZilla software. First, I tried with the Linux instance, which is not working. So I went to Ubuntu instance. So I given the first command to install, to bring in the version 20 based node file to install the node. You can go into the client or server folder. Okay. Then give npm I. Okay. If it is a server, then give npm run dev. If it is a client, then give npm start. Okay. Now see, my file is actually started. So I need to check that now. So I will go to my client system. I will copy the IPv4 address here. Okay, already server running. So paste it here. Then client IP address is 3000. Give 3000 and try to open. See, your client is opening now. Now I will try to log in with my old data, which is BBB. Okay, and password also BBB. If I give this client should communicate to this server, and this server should communicate to MongoDB, and it should check the password. If based on that, you should get the login data here. If you click login, The issue is inside the file, inside the client file. Okay. Inside the client file, wherever we had given the address as localhost. Okay. Wherever we had given the address of localhost colon 8081, there and all we should give the address as this IP address, this server's IP address. Okay, this server's IP address colon 8081. So that is the issue. So how to identify that? You have to break this file. Okay. For example, I'm breaking this file, then give ls, breaking the client and give ls. You are finding src folder, go into src folder. Inside src folder, give ls. You are finding app.js and components, right? So go into components because I'm doing login, right? So components, go into components folder, give ls. You are finding login.js. So open this. So I had opened the file login.js. In this login.js, you can able to find arcgis.post is given as localhost colon 8081. This should not be the case. You should give this server's IP address. Server is 13 dot something, right? So you should give that file name. Okay. So I had changed it to that one. Okay. So now Control X to exit. Yes. Enter. Similarly, I had done with registration page and then I had done with show. I need to do with show page also. Okay. What is the show page here you are having? For example, the show page is login, placement, profile page, profile page. Okay. Let me go into profile page, sudo nano profile.js. In profile page also, exactly in this location, I will change the things. Okay. Then Control X to save it. Yes. Open once again the login.js. You can able to check one more slash is there. So remove that slash. Yes. Control X. Yes. Then similarly, you open placement page. You just change it. Remove the last slash. Control X. Yes. Change it. I had changed the login page, placement page, profile page, registration page is there, right? So go to registration page. Go down where you are requesting, there you have to change. So this is the place you are requesting. I'm just changing the things. Registration page also changed. Okay. Then entry page, right? The entry page you are having here, just change it. Okay, I think so done. Then go back one step, go back another step. You are in the client folder. Now start the React application once again. npm start. So let me check now after starting. So it is started. I will refresh the page. It is now refreshed. So now I will give same BBB. Okay. I will click on login. Now you can able to see the B is appearing in right side of, that means I logged in. I will click on profile page. I can able to get the data after login. Entry page, placement page. Because I entered as a, maybe the placement page is not having the server address properly. Okay. So just entry page, it is working. Profile page, it is working. If you do log out, see if you do log out, if you click on entry page, you won't get the data. Profile page, you won't get the data. So after successful login, okay, you can able to go to the profile page and entry page, you can able to get the data, right? So now we had successfully hosted the application. This is the client side and this is the server side. Okay, both running in two different EC2s. This is the client, this is the server running, and this is the client running. Okay. Once again, we will just revise the things. What we targeted today, we targeted with the hosting of server and client, okay, in AWS cloud. So for that purpose, I thought to install this particular block. Now I will remove this because without this we had done. Okay. Now in the AWS cloud, you had created the EC2. Okay, where and all you have to be careful. 3 steps I had said. You have to be careful for creating the EC2 in the free tier instance, like free tier limits. So once you created 2 instances in the Ubuntu based, okay, then I want the FileZilla software. I had given the link. So in that software, you can push the files to EC2. So once you pushed in, you have to go to Ubuntu system and you have to give these 2 commands to install the Node.js. Then you have to give npm inside the client or server folder to make the setup. Then you have to run the server, run the client. That's it. Before doing all these things, you have to change the server's address in the client file as we did. So once you did that, you can able to have these two running. So now these two running in a global one. You can also check if you put 13.201.86.212, you can able to launch the file from your system. It is possible, right? So these two address is now globally there. You can able to launch the things. Okay. With this hosting, we will stop here. Okay. By 5:20 p.m. you can leave. Thank you. You can able to get today's notes through your section faculty. Okay. Thank you all.